If anybody was wondering, I deleted a lot of the videos on the channel. I had like 91 videos on the channel, and I just decided, hey, maybe it's a good time to purge. I usually do this once in a while. It kind of stops me from completely tanking my YouTube. And this time it actually worked, so I'm glad. I guess this video will be like a little bit of an update video. It's 1:54. I thought I would be off the bed by now, but I guess I'm up. So, what other things to do than to make a video talking about random stuff? You know, I don't know what gameplay is behind this right now. Maybe it's Borderlands. Yo, I talk about this all the time with Borderlands. It's crazy how much, I wouldn't say, I always just call it woke stuff, but saying the word woke is so stupid to me. I just do not, because people, I was talking to this with a girl, people just really, they ride the wave because I guess that's how it's intended to be. It doesn't really bother me or anything. It's just it's corny. Just know that I think you're corny when you do it. Not saying that my opinion matters at all, but I'm just saying you sound really corny when you say it. Because everyone could claim they're woke, play around with gems, play around with zodiac signs, but doing the work, it's a whole different ball game. There's levels to this. But yo, I was gonna save this for a next video, but I kind of want to talk about now. It just wants to come out now. I guess that's source. That's me being a god. I got to dog mofo call me Anubis. Yo, that's actually one thing I wanted to talk about. I can't remember who, but this has been coming up recently with the types of girls I'll attract. Every time someone talks about like gods or different gods, my favorite gods are the Norse gods. So I actually talked to somebody recently who I was telling them, but they didn't. It's sad because I don't want to say they didn't understand, but you'll definitely be able to tell when someone can't really comprehend or doesn't really resonate with what you say, and that's cool and everything. But I just mean, she was at somewhere in her journey where she didn't realize that, well, I think she did, to be honest. I can't claim anything, but point is she was talking about how like these gods that were left behind ascended. They were ascended, and part of that is true. You find that in a lot of texts. Part of that is true. These like names and stuff. But the whole point of why I'm even saying this is because they all come from the same like place. Like, I'm not saying the gods directly right here, but what I mean is Egyptian gods. Basically, all of these gods are our gods that were taught to different parts, different cultures of the world, or whatever this division is that came out of nowhere. They were taught. So when they were taught to different cultures, they changed the names of the gods. But you're literally dealing with the same energy, whether it be Thor, Anubis, like that's why I brought it up kind of earlier, but Osiris. I don't know the god energies or archetypes by heart from Egypt, but if there's a god that deals with knowledge and stuff like that, which there definitely is, because there's the original. So then you have, like in Norse mythology, for intelligence or information, stuff like that, the all-knowing is Mimir. And there's other gods that have those archetypes. But the point is when you call on these gods, like it's raining, you call on Thor or whatever, and, work with these god-type energies, you're working with archetypes of gods. Remember that these beings are not above you. They do assist you. I'm not saying that girl thought that, but remember that you are your own god. God is only merely a creator. Within you are the creator of your own reality. And then you can get all deeper and all that ooey gooey deeper stuff. I swear I think I cursed within that 4 minutes again. I was gonna try to not curse for like as many videos as I can and talk about joke about YouTube revenue. But anyways, whole point is this video is just an update, but that just wanted to come out in this video. Like people keep giving too much power to the external things here. Like most of the stuff that you see in front of you is tools. Like mostly when I'm trying to get to know a person now, and I'm really letting the universe do its work and send me people who are really starting to be on my vibration, because I do meet a lot of people who it's almost like I have to elevate them, or I don't have to do anything, neither do you, but what I mean is it's almost like I'll talk to someone who's like, yeah, I got all these crystals and all this crystal work and blah blah, and I'm like, to me, I'm like, that's good for you, and if you believe in it and it works and it gets you to the next level, good. But there's some levels that I know people are on that I am also on, not to to brag, boast, put myself above anybody, but it's just that you get to a point where you realize that those things are you're only putting your own power within these things. And a lot of this stuff I've naturally known forever, because I was like, the whole thing with this system is it's the power of imagination. That's why they try to take it out of you with years of programming from school. Everything that a god could create comes from their own creativity in their own mind, their own imagination. And when you read in the holographic universe how the universe is a projection, it's of illusion. Like they call this the Mayans called this the Maya, because the Maya stood for illusion, this delusionary world. It's all projected from the mind. So it's like, if you get a hold of your imagination and you fully believe in that thing, you're unstoppable. And we could talk about things like the placebo effect and stuff like that, but I've explained this in a video with chicken that somehow YouTube took down. I don't know what automated system or agent is watching me, but I talked about alchemizing food. When there was a time I ate chicken, started breaking down crying. Never happened to me before when eating chicken at all. But there was another time I went to eat it. It was like Tyson chicken fingers, and the next time I felt joy also after crying. It was crazy. It was almost like I helped the soul of the chicken. And I keep smacking my head off the mic. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm like leaning into it. But then the next time I ate them, I made sure beforehand, almost like setting an intention. Setting an intention is basically like, I swear, it's just a fancy way of literally saying, using your imagination to literally change the, what do you want to call them, subatomic particles, electrons, whatever. Like, saying that is fancy too, but what I just mean is you're using your when you use your imagination to literally alter the state of matter, so then you can consume it and literally see it as energy or as a way to help your body. Because the same thing I say here is everything is basically genetically modified. Like, you're not running from it's funny because I actually heard Ralph say in his video, in the newest one, in his coming out video, which was funny how he did it. But he talked about getting people to eat vegetables and stuff, and he turned around and even said to himself, who is he to ask to tell you to eat that way? And the funny thing I say is, yeah, there are people who realize going vegan could make you way more unhealthy than you are if it's not in vibration to what you're supposed to be. That's why you have to figure out what works for you, because this whole system mostly is just, for the most part, is just fucked up. Like, you can't get away around it. I could not find a different word for saying it. It's just, it is what it is. But the thing is one of the points to this is to be able to manifest heaven on earth. So that's why I say there's no one direct spiritual guru here who can help you. You are the guru. You are the spirit. That's why I'm the information guy. I'm trying to tell you that you are the most powerful being. Like, I am the most powerful being. You are supposed to be creating. You're the guru. You're the spiritual guru. Look at the answers within yourself. Also, books. Books are very important. And funny, that it became even more apparent throughout my life when I met a teacher who told me that if all teachers were to disappear one day and we still had books, we would be completely fine. And that's funny because all the knowledge is hidden in books. But like most of everything I know comes from books. So yeah, and reading up on stuff like all the synchronicity and everything. And funny enough, when I learned it in books, it became even more powerful in my own life. And then just like these spiritual teachers I see, like Aaron Dowdy and Ralph, honestly, they just act. They're just like, they don't act. What I mean is like they're reflections of me. So I like them because they act as different aspects of my own personality, and that's why I watch them and share certain things and get in touch with them from time to time. But other than that, I don't really, I like take what they say if I need like a positive message here and there. But at the end of the day, I still have to rely on myself, because when you start externalizing it, you fall back into other traps, into other spiritual traps and stuff like that, and ego stuff and yada yada. You get what I'm saying. My whole point is to break it down as easy as I can say, is basically that you're the most powerful being. You choose what you do. Do you understand me? You choose your experiences. That's why, like, it's funny, I always reference a video that Aaron talked about, but I wish I could find it. I'll find it one day, where he even talked about, like, and Ralph said it too, and Ralph actually continuously says it. If you need to stop watching them to further your journey, stop watching them. That's the thing that I think a lot of people need, because they start becoming reliant on these spiritual gurus and not realizing that you're the spiritual guru. Like, there's people in this community that are respected because of how people perceive what they found. But the funny thing is I am like a person, for example, that can tell you I have found exactly what these enlightened gurus have found. I found the same exact thing. Just the thing that makes them appear to be on a different level than me is that they put their whole life's practice into doing this. And not everybody is meant for that path. Like, not everyone wants to sit down and be a spiritual teacher. But that doesn't take away from you being the spiritual teacher. You're still the guru. Just certain people here have different life paths. Mine obviously takes one up and the one as a speaker and an artist. My dancing, like, career, whatever you want to call what it was. Like, I'm, at the end of the day, I'm always moving, always dancing, always expressing myself through dance. So, it's not like I'm not going to sit down in a bunch of what I think to be spiritual garb and spout a bunch of stuff about manifestation. It's not just me, but I still know all the concepts because I did the work. It's pretty much like that. People need to remember that. But other than that, yeah, I'll see you around. It's just knowing, like, I deleted a lot of my videos, and this is kind of why. So yeah, I'll see you later.